When Yorubas were in charge of theater, people were not buying local films, Kanayo says. Now, it's more, it is true. We know that in the early days of home video in Nigeria, it was mainly Yoruba movies and mainly Yoruba artists and actors and actresses that were involved. Okay, but at what time did they break out? Let's see what Kanayo has to say. When Yorubas were in charge of theater, people were not buying local films to watch in their homes. Kanayo counter actress who said Yorubas started Nollywood. Yeah, Yorubas started home videos in Nigeria, but then it was still within the Yorubas as well. And Nigerians were buying American movies, Chinese movies, and Indian movies as well to watch. So Kenneth Nebwe, an Igbo man, was producing Yoruba movies then. In 1991-92, he wrote a script titled Living in Bondage. And before then, the theaters belonged to the Yorubas. No argument about that. But people were not buying local films to watch in their houses except foreign films. Immediately, Kenneth Nebwe made Living in Bondage. It caught like wildfire, and almost everybody bought into it. So home videos became a trend and trade. Some left their businesses, then they were doing. Some left their businesses they were doing before, to invest in movie production. The coming of Living in Bondage gave rise to what we have today as Nollywood, he said. And that is true. That is actually true. That is actually true. I don't know what is bringing this kind of argument, because before you know it now, they turn it to Igbo Yoruba, they will turn it to tribe, they turn it to so many things, which is not supposed to be. Okay? Before now, both Igbos and Yorubas have worked together in the Nollywood industry, and but with the coming of Tinubu's presidency, with tribal divisions, I'm sure that is probably going to stop. And before you know it, everybody will be on his own. That will kill collaboration in the movie industry. So I say here, this is the type of falsehood that makes other Nigerians to be wary of Igbo people. Can you imagine? If Yoruba films have not been in vogue before any of your thespians thought of doing something similar, you wouldn't have all rushed to Lagos to start your ritualist films. I am so disappointed in your fake narratives. Can you imagine? They don't turn out to Yoruba something, I tell you. This is a bad one in Nigeria. I think the only way is for Nigeria to go away. So Igbo is the spice of Africa continent. Nigerians holding us backward. We need Biafra to be a sovereign nation. And someone said, do we need to insult or curse ourselves on this trivial issue? Who did this to us? Very big question. We didn't need to curse and insult ourselves. It's just unfortunate that Tinubu's system has introduced very bad blood into the government and into the society. And that is why we are suffering. Somebody say, Kanayo is talking about 1991, living in bondage in Igbo land. Then while Yemi, my lover, Ikoto, Ikotaye, Ogbori, Elemosho, Igbodudu, etc. are being played and watched in 1970. Even before 1960, NT Television in Ibadan was showing Yoruba movies. So we are talking about home video, not NTA, not NTA theater and cinema films. Are we? We're talking about Nollywood proper, not NTA here. There are someone that is saying we are talking about home video, not NTA. That is a lie, sir. It seems with such your point, all Nigerians were watching English movies because what made people rush to cinemas before then were not any other thing but for films of likes of Hubert Ogunde, Baba Sala, and then was it 90s Okay, and that same spirit led to making of VHS. Anyway, let's stop the discrimination. I thank you. Thank you for concluding your comment like that, because they already started tribal problem here. Please, you're talking about NTA films. Please, don't you know what is called home video? They don't take them again. Before then, people were buying Yoruba home videos. However, I agree with Kanayo that living in bondage added great value to home video, no doubt about it, and that is true. That is typical true. So why is who started Nollywood and who does not start Nollywood causing problem here? Eh? Everything, people will take it like business and start talking to fight each other. Now, wow. Eh? Kanayo, you are wrong. Better say living in bondage gave rise to rituals and piracy. Can you imagine? Living in bondage opened doors for Nollywood. That is actually true. I know when living in bondage came in 1991, 92, and people were like, wow. Everybody bought it. Almost everybody bought it. Everybody watch and cry. Watch and cry. People were crying. They forgot that it is film. They thought it is true story or a life event, you know. So we all know how it started that time, and people were crying. People would watch this film and they will cry. They were swearing for the people in the movie. Hey, Nigeria. That was smart. Actually, that living in body spiced up home videos or home movies in Nigeria, or Nigerian movies and Nigerian movie industry. It was living in bondage part 1 and part 2 that actually spiced it up. Image Nigeria without Igbos. That's why they are all against Biafra restoration. Now, wow. How can he turn things around when England is still holding Chelsea hostage? Okay. Now, wow, somebody is speaking about abroad here. We're talking Nigeria. When the world isn't now AI and robots, depend people working on how to make Mars their home. You are here fighting for mundane things like cinema and home videos. Tribalism and nepotism is the order of the day here. When will Nigeria get it right? And when the world is now AI and robotics dependent. Hello, and that is true. When the world is going to moon, going to Mars, trying to create another world, technology, things changing, we are here talking who started home video, who did not start Nollywood and Nollywood. And what for our own, we are really backward in our thinking. Well, it's cultural, only God will deliver us. So thank you for listening and let's have your comment.